Hello folks and welcome to the Vertigo Tea Party, and let's try over 9,000 zombies. It's by Lauren Lemke, hopefully I'm pronouncing his name correctly. It is in early access on Steam. You can pick it up for $7.99. It does support local and online co-op, 4 players for local, 2 players for online I believe. It also supports Steam achievements, leaderboards, and has partial controller support. It is available for Windows only right now, and I would be playing with the keyboard. So with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and hop right in. Now, this is a top-down survival horror. I know, survival action game, I should say. Pretty standard premise that we've seen before a few times. Basically, it's you, some guns, some turrets, not turrets, and a lot of zombies, and you have to survive as long as you possibly can by upgrading, building turrets, and just finding creative ways to murder hordes and hordes of zombies. So I'm controlling, as I mentioned before, with the mouse and keyboard. I'm moving with WASD, using the mouse to aim. I did try using the controller a little bit, but I did not like it. But that's me, because I prefer mouse and keyboard, especially with a game like this where I want to be able to change where I'm aiming very quickly and be more precise. I say as I spray and pray, pretty much. And that's pretty much all the controls. Oh, left click shoots, right click throws a grenade. We'll go over the UI and everything and what I'm doing here. We'll have plenty of time to do so. Now, as you kill zombies, you notice I've been picking stuff up. Sometimes there's an item on the ground that has a circle around, like a blue circle around it. The zombies and various creatures that we will fight drop all kinds of different items. They can drop grenades, they can drop metal, which we use to build walls and turrets, which of course we will be showing here shortly. They drop health packs, grenades, I think I said grenades. They also drop power-ups. Now, we haven't seen any power-up yet. That means we should be getting one very soon, right? Right? Alright. So again, pretty standard so far, if you've played this type of game before. Now let's talk about the actual UI as we kill. This part of the game, pretty simple, right? Pretty simple to understand what I'm doing. Just killing zombies. Obviously it starts off very easy. Needless to say, it does get more difficult than this as the game progresses. But that's absolutely one thing I want to talk about a bit later on. But first, let's talk about the UI. First, the most important thing, our character in the middle of the screen has like the red dots or the red little squares around him. That's my life. Obviously, if all my life goes away, I die. And this is hard to see normally. It's probably going to be even more ridiculously hard to see on YouTube. But below my health, and you can see as I shoot, it drops. That's your clip. So when you run out of ammo, you have to reload. Now, there is not ammo, like you can't just flat out run out of ammo. I accidentally grenaded there, didn't mean to. But you cannot run out of ammo for any gun, but you do have to reload. And different guns have different reload times, and also obviously hold different amounts of bullets, so you might have to reload more often on a more powerful gun, things like that. I'm going to pick up a health pack here, even though I didn't really need it. Now at the bottom left, or at the bottom, you got a whole bunch of stuff. First of all, you have this zombie hit point bonus. Every night, you basically have kind of a cooldown period. And the next night, the zombies get tougher. They get more hit points or they do more damage. You also tend to fight tougher and tougher enemies, not just zombies, which hopefully we'll see some of those after a little bit here. So again, the bottom shows you kind of whatever the current bonus is, how tough the zombies are that you're fighting. The gray little rectangle to the right of that is my metal. We use metal to build guns and walls, and I promise I'll show you the build menu here very shortly. The little green blob next to it is grenades. We have 13 right now, and I'm trying to save them until they're good. Oh crap, get out of jail free cards. Well, not quite get out of jail free, but they get you out of many a sticky situation. Believe me on that one. Turrets, 0 of 6. I have 0, and I can have 6. Not overly difficult. Kills, tells me how badass I really am. We also have KPS and DPS. KPS is kills per second. DPS, as many of you probably already know, is damage per second. Basically how much damage we're currently doing. That, as far as I can tell, that's more of a vanity thing. There's no real purpose for that. You can also see the same DPS and KPS meters on the side. Now, once you start getting some awesome power-ups, it's pretty cool to watch those numbers start to fly up. And again, keep in mind, it is starting off very slow, but it is trying to get you kind of accustomed to the game, learn the controls, learn the aiming, all that. So yeah, the first night or 2 or 3 gonna be a little slow, and we're definitely not gonna play until I die. But we will mess around. So I'm not gonna bother killing these. Now the night is over. We have 55-ish seconds until the next wave starts. We also gain levels. Every night we gain a level. We have 4 different attributes that we can increase. Durability, which increases our max hit points, and it gives us HP regen. Carnage, which increases damage and reduces reload time. Resourcefulness, which gives us 10 extra hit points every med kit, and 1 extra resource per pickup. So that includes both metal and grenades, which is actually really, really nice. 4 is engineering. It increases our turret damage and fire rate. I'm going to build a little different. Last time I went almost all engineering to start with. I'm actually going to pick up resourcefulness, because more metal means I can build stuff faster. Now here is your build menu. We have 2 different kinds of walls, and we have the different kind of turrets. We also have the cost of those items below it. Now we just ran out of time, so this could make a nice turret. Let's see, launches a rocket. I'm not crazy about that one. There's one that's crazy good. The grenade turret. Now let's just watch this turret go to work. As you can see, this turret pretty darn nice, especially for the very low cost. Let's finish talking about the UI, and then we're going to start talking about balancing and things that I like and things that I do not like. Last, we have total damage, just how much damage we've total done. It also keeps up with our maximum KPS, kills per second, and maximum DPS. Again, more for, you know, just for looking good. It probably also counts that on the leaderboard too, I would imagine. Lastly, we have whatever weapon we're using right now. Now, right now, we actually... Oh, no, I do have a few weapons. Oh, it looks like I kept all my weapons from earlier. Okay, that's nice. That actually works out pretty well, so I can show you a bunch of different weapons. As you can see, I can scroll through weapons with Q and E. I'm going to clear these guys out here. So you can see they're definitely getting a little bit more busy here. It's a little annoying. Different types of weapons, different fire rates, different clip sizes, different damage. You can see we're doing about 100 damage with this, and it shoots pretty fast. This shoots very fast. Pretty big spread as well. Okay, here's our first upgrade. What does this do? Double damage. Nice. So let's really clean up. And you'll see our damage and KPS shoot up a lot when we get things like double damage. I really like the power-up system. I feel like most of the power-ups are good. There's only 1 or 2 that I feel like when I get it, I'm just like, ugh. And the one I feel that way is the incendiary upgrade. Basically, it makes your bullets catch the zombies on fire. It's all right, but compared to the others, it's just not that great. There's also super speed that makes you run faster. There's one that makes you shoot a lot faster. There's one that makes you in God mode. In other words, you can't die. Oh god, let's get a grenade in there. Oh yeah. Let's see, what else is there? One's the double damage one that we just got. And I think that's it. I might be missing one. But most of those I feel are really good in different situations. And it's fun to try to use them, you know, strategically when you're in the middle of a zombie horde. Because a lot of times I like to just say screw it and run into the middle of them. Kind of like I'm doing right now. And sometimes the only thing that saves me from my own stupid ideas are the power-ups. And finding ways to use them. So for example, God mode is great for, well, of course, also getting out of trouble. See, here's the incendiary, so I can just catch zombies on fire. Incendiary is okay if you just want to catch zombies on fire and then kind of run away and let them take damage over time. But when you're in a tight spot and just want to kill zombies really quick, it's not that great. Right now it's pretty good because these zombies have very low health, so they die pretty quickly, but overall, it's my least favorite. I don't think it's terrible, but it's my least favorite. Now, rapid fire is great. Especially with some guns, rapid fire is amazing because some of these guns either already automatically shoot really fast and just become even more ridiculous with rapid fire, or because they shoot slower with huge damage AEs, and now there's like a basically fast shooting grenade launcher or something like that. Is always fun. Throw a grenade in there, clear some of this out. And you do have to pick up the metal after, or they will disappear. So you can see this stuff is starting to disappear. So we have a lot of metal. I'm gonna, let's see, we're gonna build the railgun. I like the railgun. It does a lot of damage. It's basically a sniper rifle on a tripod. And it shoots through enemies. It's piercing, which is really, really nice. So here's some more metal and what have you. How many? We got a lot of grenades too. So let's go ahead and build another turret. Turrets. Large spread of steel pellets. Let me find. Oh, what is the white phosphorus? White phosphorus. This thing is broken. Watch the white phosphorus. Or not. Wait, how many? Wait, did I not lay it down? Oh, I accidentally laid it down on top of the other turret. But the range on the turret, on this turret, is pretty big. As you can see, it shoots out a grenade and then sets them on fire. It's not doing a great job of setting them on fire right now for some reason. No, that's the regular grenade. I don't know where my turret went. My phosphorus one went. I don't know if that was a bug or what. Of course, keep in mind this is early access, so expect to see things like that. I'm gonna get another point in resourcefulness and go back to killing. So let's go ahead and look at some of the other weapons real quick. I'm not gonna go through all of them. It's kind of a fast-firing plasma. Now, the plasma weapons are nice because they... Oh, and here's another one of my favorites. The rocket launcher. As you can imagine, slow, but great for when zombies are all bunched up. Now again, keep in mind, between night and day, you can still take damage, but the zombies or enemies or whatever it is you're fighting overall seem much more relaxed during this time. Oh, this should be good. Come on, kills per second ratio. If I really wanted to maximize it, I'd be using my grenades too. But let's move back on down here. How are we doing on metal? Not too great. But yeah, that's pretty much all of the UI. Let's talk about what I like and what I don't like about the game. Early on, I like it. I feel like there's, they give you a decent amount of guns to start with. It starts to get a little hairy at times. You're moving around, you're trying to kill lots of zombies and stay alive, but at the same time, you're trying to get as many materials as you can so that you can get your turrets built up, get a defense built up, so that you can protect yourself. So you're kind of putting yourself in danger, but then having to balance that between not getting yourself killed. Oh. I need this power up. Incendiary rounds. Incendiary rockets. Oh, yeah. Incendiary is a great way, though, to get your damage per second up, because you can just basically fire up a bunch of zombies and let the fire tick. Alright, so we're going to blow these guys up. Another important thing to keep in mind is you can... Oh, yeah. The no reload is really weird on rockets. It seems... I think it might be bugged on the rocket launcher, because no reload just makes it so you shoot in threes. Well, I mean, you can shoot one, but you can shoot up to 3 at once. I don't quite understand how that's a reload thing, because otherwise shouldn't it be like non-stop? I don't know. Anyway, I do like the rocket launcher. There's a lot of weapons. I don't know how much strategic diversity there really is. I usually find certain guns that I like and stick with them. For example, I like the rocket launcher. Love the flamethrower. Flamethrower is just fun. Flamethrower is always fun. It's hard to mess up the flamethrower, right? The damage seems a little weird in this game because sometimes it seems like I could run right into the zombies and not take any damage, but then other times I do. From what I can tell, you can... And again, it's going to be really hard to see on YouTube, but if you look in front of the zombies, there's like a little... almost like a sonic boom that shoots out. I think you have to walk into them while that little sonic boom is out before it does damage. Alright, do I have enough for the white phosphorus? Yes. There we go. Now, watch this. Look how big of a range these phosphorus grenades are. Pretty darn big, and the zombies generally aren't that fast. Most enemies aren't really all that fast. So by the time the phosphorus grenade hits them and they get over to the gun or you or whatever, they're pretty much already dead. And I'm just kind of switching randomly through weapons here. Let me find some of the weapons that I really like. Now, one nice thing about plasma is it bounces off walls, which is pretty awesome. So if you're trying to clear a room out, you can just kind of spray in and spray and pray, basically. Let's throw some grenades, clear these guys out. Let's see, there's also a plasma rifle. What is it? Grenade launcher. Auto shotgun is another one I really like. One other interesting thing is if you notice in here, I can't shoot past walls. Oh, double damage. Hold on. We had to take care of the double damage. Oh, yes. Stuff like this is pretty awesome because now it feels like, yes, I'm just going around and just slaughtering the hell out of zombies. So I love utilizing the upgrades, especially when you get a good one like that. No reload, also a very good one. See, these upgrades like double damage, faster shooting speeds, things like that, they all feel very good, and certain weapons benefit from others. Certain weapons benefit from certain upgrades better than others, which, you know, makes sense, as it should be. They shouldn't all be 100% equal in all aspects. That adds a little bit more strategic aspect to it. However, this is probably one of my biggest complaints about this game, probably my #1 complaint about this game, is it's just too easy. The very first attempt, I made it to night 22, 23, somewhere in there, I think. And it took about, I want to say it took about 2 hours-ish. I could be wrong. I just looked at my playtime before I started, so I think it was roughly that much time. And it started to get pretty boring because my turrets were just so powerful. It was just absolutely annihilating everything. And I had walls built. And in fact, I'll start making some walls now just so you can kind of see how that works. We'll make some basic walls, the concrete barriers. So it doesn't seem like there's a range of how far you can build things, so you can just, don't have to be right there, you just kind of... So you just kind of build a wall in for yourself. Now the interesting thing about walls, and this is actually kind of, feels kind of broken, is that if you'll notice... Alright, we made it through another night. And also you can see as you level up, it puts a little point. So there is a max level for these things. Let's go ahead and we'll go with resourcefulness again. I actually quite like resourcefulness. I didn't get it until later last time. And now I feel like it's really, really good. Because getting all that extra metal really pays off over the long run. And grenades too. I'm not doing a really good job of using my grenades. Now shotgun and incendiary grenades is actually pretty nice. Where's my sniper rifle is a lot of fun as well. So you can shoot through the zombies, which is pretty damn awesome. 999 damage, which later on, 999 damage will not be enough to one-shot these easy zombies. But anyway, kind of going back to the negatives that I was talking about earlier. It feels too easy, and the nights kind of progress too slow, which I think the two kind of feed off of each other, right? It feels slow because once you get to a certain point, the zombies just have no chance of getting through. Like there's no way they're going to get in. It's just not going to happen. Like I get to the point pretty easy, and I'm not even really a tactical master on these types of games. But you get to the point where I feel like I could probably AFK for 20 minutes and come back and I'd still be perfectly fine. Because the turrets are just so powerful, especially once you get them upgraded, and especially once you get the really strong blocks to block you off, it just becomes super, super easy to fend off the hordes. Part of it, I think, is that there's a few problems. One, the turrets are just really, really good. Two, as you can see, they can shoot over these barriers, and I can too, actually. But the zombies have to go either through them or around them. And most of the time, it seems like they just kind of wander around them. Oh, got it, barely. Ooh, 1900 damage per sniper shot. Yeah, needless to say, this is going to tear them up. The thermo nuke launcher, another one of my favorites. And these guns just naturally drop while you're, clearing out the hordes. I don't know if there's like an order to them or not. Like, I don't know if you always go the same order of weapons, but as you can see, it actually has them all unlocked for me because I already unlocked them in the previous playthrough. But anyway, kind of talking about how I feel like I was getting bored with it after a while. Was, like I say, it was too easy. I feel like I was never really, at no point, except the times that I was just like, screw it, I'm going to run into the horde and clear them all out, did I ever feel like I was in any serious danger of dying. Incendiary rounds, nice. And this is probably my favorite gun, the minigun. You can only have one upgrade at a time as well. I think I mentioned that already. But at any rate, no reload on the minigun is sweet. But yeah, at no point did I feel like I was in danger. Once I kind of started to realize that I was never in danger, that's when the game got a lot less interesting. because I wasn't afraid, because I was like, oh, I can just pretty much wander into the zombies. Now, at higher levels, all the enemies do a lot of damage, so you have to be careful with that. But if you really want to play it safe, you're not going to die. At least the way I did it. And again, I'm not really a mastermind at these types of games. I didn't find some perfect build order to trivialize the game, I don't think. It was just, like, again, the zombies, the turrets are so good. You have walls that you can build that you can shoot through that take the zombies a while to get to. They're not smart enough to really find the holes, and that's the way it works for all the enemies, as far as I can tell. All the enemies seem to be kind of equally stupid. So if there's like a gap here, for example, they don't think, oh, let's go to that gap and, you know, let's go to the gap and buy some clothes and also eat this person. Get a grenade in there. They just kind of wander about until they either break the wall or just accidentally go through the hole. So we need smarter zombies, and we need to either have them be faster or maybe just more organized, because like I say, most of the time they're just kind of wandering around. If you shoot them, sometimes they'll go, oh, hey, that guy's shooting at us. But a lot of times they're just kind of wandering amok. Like, look at all of the zombies stuck inside of there. Like, they're not really doing anything. They're of no real danger. Now, eventually they'll tear down all the walls in this building, but there's really no point to even trying to protect this building. Now, you can build your turrets in here, and it would probably help, because the turrets, as far as I can, well, actually, I don't think the turrets can shoot through. Well, they can shoot through, but some of the stuff like the AEs, I think, the blasts don't go through the walls. But, yeah, that and the knights progress really slow. And like I said, the knights might not feel like they progress slow if we were more in danger, right? Like, when you're in danger and you feel like you're living right on the edge, your health is low, you're getting overrun by zombies, you're running low on ammo, your turrets are almost dead. You lose track of time. Every second feels like an hour. But when, you're just mowing zombies down under absolutely no danger, kind of like now, it's like, it seems to take a long time for the next wave to start. I just hit God mode. God mode is a great time to get your health back too, by the way. Just run into the middle of zombies, go grab that health pack, and then back out completely safe. So yeah, by far my #1 complaint is the lack of challenge. I think it would be. Again, keeping in mind this is early access, so that will hopefully change. We'll go with 3 again, I guess. Let's build some turrets. I haven't built any turrets. Wow. What are we guys? Fires a spread of plasma. I never built that one. We can build 2 more. Let's go with the shotgun type. We have 59 left. Launches a fireball? Sure. So now I've got all the turrets that I can build. You can also tear them down or repair them. But, again, they're usually never in danger, because now, like I say, I could probably AFK and they would never even get through. Let's look at our other weapons. This is a regular shotgun. Grenade launcher. Triple grenade launcher. Now that does use up your grenades. But as you can see, I have 240 grenades. So I'm doing okay. That resourcefulness is actually super useful. I underestimated it the first time through, because I didn't realize, I thought it was just extra metal. I didn't think it gave you extra grenades too, so it's pretty darn nice. Now these zombies shoot fire. Why they shoot fire? Who knows? They're fire zombies, that's why. They're firemen zombies, even though I guess firemen should put out fires, but whatever. So we're just gonna have some fun with this for a while. Ooh. Faster grenades. Completely overkill for this level of zombies, but amusing nonetheless. Just some rapid fire on here. Can we get back to the minigun? Didn't get back to the minigun in time. But yeah, and of course, again, as you can see, you do get new enemies, and it's not just zombie. Zombie with fire, zombie with ice, zombie with water, zombie with heart. Nothing like that. You actually do get some very weird looking types of enemies that come up. But there's not a lot of variety. There's not like, oh, it's this enemy, I'm really worried. It's like, well, this enemy does a little bit different. There's not really a lot of variety in what they do. For example, there's another enemy that shoots fire like this, but just has a different model. Now, there's probably differentiations, like maybe it does more damage, or maybe it has more health. I think it might move a little faster, but other than that, it's kind of like, eh. For example, there's flying enemies, and when I first saw the flying enemies, I was thinking, oh no, they're gonna fly over my walls, but nope, they just run into my walls and have to go around it like everybody else, which makes them a joke. Which again, by the way, notice how completely clear this area is. Whoa, that's what I'm talking about. Rapid fire machine gun, or minigun. See, that's the thing, like parts like that are awesome. Oops, I accidentally switched power-ups. But parts like that are awesome when you get the super powerful minigun with the super fast fire, or the sniper rifle, or some other gun with no reload, and you can just go to town. Like that kind of stuff is cool, and it keeps things a bit dynamic. But like I say, I'm only in half danger here because I'm going out and getting stuff. And you might say, well, okay, maybe that should be the case. If you go out into the zombie hordes, you actually, you know, face death. And, you know, but if you stay safe, you know, stay in your base, then you're pretty safe. I can see where you can come from on that, but the problem is there's no real reason. The way a lot of other games balance this kind of thing is that you need to leave your base for reasons. You either need to go get metal, or else you eventually will be overrun. Like, yeah, maybe you can hide, you know, for 2 or 3 nights in a row, but now, you know, at the 4th night, there's so many zombies that your defenses aren't going to do any good, and you don't have any metal because you didn't go out and kill zombies, so now it's game over. That doesn't feel like the case here. It feels like I could come over here, block this off with gray blocks, and live for quite a while. Now, you know, in a few nights, stuff would eventually start being able to break through. They'd have enough health and they'd have enough life to finally get through. Oh yeah, again, awesome. That kind of stuff I love. But there's no pressure to go out. There's no strategic thought processes. Do I wait? Do I fall back and try to, you know, be careful with my life, or do I risk it, go out, risk dying, but I can get resources that make my base stronger and make it so I can progress further over the long run. Things like that. Like I say, it's just, if you want to live as long as possible, just build a few turrets, build like 1 or 2 walls. Like at one point I had a gray wall, and then which is the weaker walls, and then inside I had the black wall, which is much tougher. So, you know, anytime they would break a gray, I would just go repair it and start hiding again. And they almost never broke through the black walls unless I was getting really taunting them at this point. Like I would build walls like right in here and try to block them off. Now they will eventually break through that somewhat quickly, but it's even that, you know, with them spawning right there at the wall, would often take them a while to get through. So yeah, I think there definitely needs to be some balance with the turrets, with what you're using your metal for, with the difficulty, the quickness, and the smartness of the zombies that you're fighting. I think there definitely needs to be improvements there to make it really more of a tense situation as opposed to shooting zombie fish in a barrel, I guess. But that's actually really good timing because I was going to stop there anyway. That gives you guys a good idea of this game. I would say keep an eye on it. Right now, I don't know if it's worth picking up. It is pretty inexpensive. Like I said, it was $8 right now. I don't know if the price is going to go up once it hits release or gets closer to release. But right now, it's $8. It's pretty good, mindless fun, killing hordes of zombies. Like I say, when you get those power-ups, really add a fun angle to it. Speaking of power-ups, wait, it's double damage. Hurry up. I always get double damage right as I have to reload. Always. So yeah, it can be fun doing the carnage of the zombies, throwing grenades in, and trying to duck and weave within the hordes to grab the power-ups. But once you get to a certain point, which is not very hard to get to, it feels like I could just hide in my base, AFK, and be alright. And I don't think that should be possible in this type of game. Maybe do that 1 or 2 rounds to kind of regenerate health or something like that. But I shouldn't be able to do that for night after night after night, because the zombies get completely obliterated by the guns. And if you, again, you can see how absolutely devastating they are. And I haven't upgraded them at all. So yeah, definitely some balances need to be made. But keep an eye on it. I think this could be an interesting game, especially for the price. I will say the graphics, at first, I had a hard, again, keeping in mind I've got, you know, kind of old man eyes. I did find it difficult sometimes to tell what was what, because the graphics are so small and simplistic. But eventually I've actually gotten used to it, and it's not been a problem. Again, on YouTube it's probably way worse, but I actually have gotten where now I can, you know, tell what's going on. The only thing I have a real trouble seeing is the ammo count, which is both blends into the background and is very, very tiny. Again, you might not be able to see it on YouTube at all. But anyway, yeah, that's over 9,000 zombies. Let me go ahead and just show you the options. Oh, the music real quick. The music's pretty good. I could do without the dubstep. But let's go over the options. You have music and sound effect volumes, which are separate. You can also pause the music if you'd like, which we'll do for right now. Gamepad dead zone, frames per second indicator. You can go full screen or windowed. You can have mouse or gamepad controls. You can turn your vibration on or off, and of course you have your resolutions. By the way, game developers, and you know, please fix this for future releases of the game. But when you have resolution options, please don't make it so it cycles through the resolutions as you're picking them. So, for example, it started off at like 1600 by 1200 or whatever resolution, 600 by whatever it was. Every time I wanted to bump up a resolution, it would apply it. Bump up a resolution, apply it. That's very annoying. Give us a drop-down list, please. Hopefully that will come in the future. We'll call that the Vertigo Tea Party option. No, we won't need to call it that. But yeah, that is over 9,000 zombies. If you like what you saw, make sure to check in the description below this video for links to the game and all other relevant info. If you'd like to see more videos like this covering games that maybe you haven't seen before, make sure to subscribe. Leave comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you thought of this game. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.
Step back though. We are getting this worked up about a mobile game. I mean,
I do hate you though. I want to be 100% clear with a moment of seriousness. I hate your guts.